Hard work and determination are constant themes throughout my life. Growing up the 13th of 15 kids in the city of Detroit, we all had jobs to do. My job as the youngest boy was to get up with my dad and make him tea and toast before he went off to work at 6:30 in the morning. I also had to do some outdoor tasks as well, whether it was chipping the ice in the winter, shoveling snow, cutting the grass. There was always things for us to do. We were expected to be busy, and we were. I began my first official paying job at about age 12 or 13, working at the corner convenience store. My job there was to stock the shelves and fill the coolers with beverages. After that, I went to work at a local country club carrying bags for the country club members. I got a promotion to the clubhouse working as a shoe shine boy. When I got my driver's license, I went to work for my dad's sales agency as a courier, carrying things that they needed from place to place. In college, I went to work for my brother, who had a machine shop. And there I learned how to run a Bridgeport mill, a lathe, and a surface grinder. Also in college, I was studying international business. I went to work for an import-export company, and I earned my customs broker license. From these experiences, I learned the lessons of responsibility and hard work. Growing up in Detroit meant that you worked on cars. You worked on your car, you worked on your sister's car, you worked on your parents' car, and you worked on your girlfriend's car. With the Chilton's manual, nothing was unachievable. From these experiences, I learned how to be industrious. Our parents believed after the Catholic sacraments, the next most important thing they had to impart to us was a good education. And they sent us, through sacrifice, to the best Catholic schools that they could afford. College for us was not a question of whether, it was a question of where. And because there were so many of us, it was expected, of course, that we would have jobs and we would pay our own tuition to college. From this, I learned the importance of spirituality and education. It was in law school that I finally figured out, through hard work and determination, which I had been applying my entire life, that I could do far better than my smarter, more polished classmates. But it took more than hard work and determination. It also took having a plan and follow through. Once I learned those skills, school really became easier for me, and I began to achieve success. From these lessons, I learned it was important to have not only hard work and determination behind you, but also to have a plan. Once I learned that, everything fell into place. It clicked for me. I went from being able to barely get into law school to earning a full-ride scholarship for my second and third years. During the same time frame, I had an opportunity to go to work for Rod Arthur. Rod had made a law firm, and he had a reputation. Even though he was in small-town Defiance, the cases he took on were complex cases, and even small cases if it meant helping somebody that needed it. I learned from Rod that having hard work, having determination, having a plan, having follow-through are really the hallmarks that set apart the successful litigators from the unsuccessful ones. So with my newfound awareness and the lessons learned through the course of a lifetime, I was pretty well matched for the opportunity that Rod had presented to me. These lessons have helped me not only in the courtroom, but to the organizations that I have dedicated myself to joining. Almost 10 years ago, I decided to follow a different set of plans. Marathon training plans, to be specific. I've been able to run 1 or 2 marathons a year and recently completed my 15th marathon. A typical marathon training plan takes about 16 weeks. It builds up steadily over the course of the 16 weeks. One day each week you're adding more miles so that come marathon day you're ready to run the 26.2 miles. Through hard work, dedication, and follow through, I've been able to run 1 or 2 marathons every year. Much like trial preparation, marathon training requires small foundational steps, months or even years before the actual trial date. Skipping a marathon training day in February because it'd be nicer to stay in your nice warm bed means that you're going to pay for it in May come marathon day. You either may not hit your goal or you may struggle to get through. Much the same way, trials require faith, dedication, hard work, and empathy. all of the lessons learned over the course of a lifetime, so that when the day of the trial finally comes, we're ready to go into court to get the outcome that the client deserves.